Hello, in this video I would like to speak about testing. This is a concept that is key in random repeated restructuring paradigm, and it is connected to a checkup of the output, whether it is in line with expected results. When talking about testing, first of all we have to go back to our usual drawing of a system that receives inputs, produces outputs by performing a transformation. And the question is, for the system itself, that this output is good enough. And here is a very tricky and important point. I would like to stop here, because this system, imagine yourself as being this system and somebody who is inside this system. How can this system S decide whether output is good or wrong? That's a big question. Just to understand the question, let's say that system S is a neuron, and this neuron is able to decide or not whether the output it is producing is a proper output or not. The answer here is very simply no. The system itself, if it is inside the system, has no ability to look on itself from outside. So the good or bad output can be understood only in the context of super systems. Super system is the opposite of subsystem. That's also subsystem and super system. When I say super system, I mean a system that is built by subsystems, the systems. So S1, S2, S3, S4, and we have a S, a big S that is big, sorry, S that is the super system. Let's say SS, and this is producing, this is receiving inputs, and is depending on its internal structure, spreads this information to S1, S2, S3, S4, and produces an output. But the level of examination of our level of examination is whether S1, as our preferred system, is producing an output or not. My statement is that only SS can decide whether S is producing a good system or a good output or not. Imagine yourself as a manager in a company, and you are leading a team of 4 people. You are SS, and you are leading S1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Your team members are performing; they are doing their best, and the output of your department you get a feedback on. You don't get the feedback on your output, on your department, but still you can see whether your team is performing well or not. And that's something, I think it's a novelty. It is called suspension. At least that's the name what I give in my book, Self-Expansion, in the academic edition, or you can read it also in the expanded edition. That's a rather boring text, but goes in the details and with some examples how systems are connected. So this suspension, or we can call it also blockage, is that S2 cannot use the outputs of S1, so S2 stops working. And this is a yes or no information, a binary information for SS, knowing whether is everything okay or not within the team or within itself. So the system S knows whether the transformation that he or she is doing, or it is doing, is a good transformation until it produces outputs. It's a very simple definition, but we will see that it's very important, and it also quite useful. And now comes the testing. Please note that we have defined a very general rule, or we have found a very general rule on how systems independent from environment, from different measurements, different feedback loops that previously system theory has used, gets a binary information about its internal setup of the adaptivity, or of how good it is internally. Of course, you can say that this is useless because the output that the system S is producing is useless for the next system, for system S2. Yes, you are completely right, but please bear in mind that you have mixed the levels of examination, because when you say that SS is not performing the output of SS is bad, then you have made this decision on the SSS super systems level, and we are now investigating the performance of a system of system S. We learned that it's impossible to decide whether system S is a good system or not, but we managed to do it on SS level. SSS is something completely different, and the relationship between SSS and SS is the same as this one. So there is no need to go further and watch it on a more superior or higher level, SSS's level, because we will find the same as we found here, that a system and his subsystems relationship. So that's about suspension. suspension is the case when this information cannot be processed, because in a previous video was presented the acceptance range of a system, meaning that what type of information this system can handle or transform or make different actions. So it is outside, is not in the acceptance range, the output what he has performed or this one has performed. This one has produced sound, and this one was expecting video information. So sound, even if the best quality and most beautiful music, if this one is expecting video signals, then cannot do anything with this. And we, as a super system of these two systems, we can see that there is a blockage here, and we can identify where is the blockage, and we can say that, hey guys, something is wrong. What we can do that? Let's imagine that we are we have the power, the authority to do something. You are a manager. You have the authority to give orders to your subordinates to S1, 2, 3, 4. What do? Yes, you can fire one. Maybe that seems to be the simplest, and hire a new one. But let's be more Scandinavian company culture style, and let's say that we try to improve people and improve connections and processes. What you can do is ask either one or two to restructure its internal connections in order to either accept what system 1, this one, has produced, and then you are asking number 2 to restructure, or option 2 is that you are asking number 1 to produce something else, again to restructure its internal. Once again. So one option is that you are asking this one to accept this, the output produced by this, and the second option is that you are asking this to produce something else that this one is accepting. When talking about people and about asking and giving orders and very, very human style actions, then of course you do a mistake, because not all the systems can give commands to its subsystems. So the brain as a super system cannot give orders to different neurons. It is an automatic procedure or automatic process. As long as the whole super system is not producing output, his indicator, please check in the previous videos and in the academic edition of the self-expansion, the description. The academic edition is a free document, so you can download it from psi2.org. So the indicator is something that shows how happy a system is, how well adaptive a system is. So this indicators level goes down, and that's an automatic order for its subsystems to start to restructure. The exact process, which one is chosen, 1 or 2, to restructure, it depends system by system, and it's it's embedded. It's a parameter of the system itself. How does it choose which subsystem should start to restructure? So this team manager can choose the newest colleague, the prettiest colleague, the smartest colleague to start to behave another way, or to accept the output of the other person. But usually, how is this solved in real life? In real life, the systems that do not perform, meaning that do not produce outputs, after a while they don't get resources, or they get resources just for changing, and after a while they don't get those resources either. So they don't get energy information. If this continues, meaning that in a bigger system there is a subsystem, it has also another subsystem, and this subsystem proves to be wrong, this is switched off because doesn't receive resources, doesn't receive information. Usually this other subsystem cannot perform either, tries to restructure, but if doesn't succeed, doesn't perform either, and the same happens with the bigger, on a bigger level, and this subsystem dies, falls into parts. And that's why is that only those systems survive in a competition or in an evolution that have the ability to start restructure themselves. And now, as we are really close to my ideal 20 minutes length of video, I try to jump to our original question and topic: what is testing? Yeah, it might be better idea to start a completely new video, but I try my best. So testing is a process where a subsystem connects tries to connect to most of the other subsystems in order to have, so to say, customers, to have other subsystems that are using their outputs, and to assure that by having outputs that are used in exchange from a higher level, he or she will receive resources and information. Information and resources, maybe in a new video you will see that is the same, but let's handle it in a classical way as two different entities. So testing is a process where this subsystem starts to spread its output and starts to connect to most of to as many subsystems can. It's like Don Juan or Don Giovanni, beautiful man who tries to spread his genetic information to as many ladies as possible. It's something similar process, because by connecting to the others, its survival is assured. And this testing is always communication, because through communication it's established, information is sent out from the system to another system, and that's what I'm calling information. And if this information is used, then a channel, a more permanent link is established, like a bridge. Please remember the video about bridges and walls. So a bridge is establishing like a road, and this, if these two are using well and happily each other's information, then this bridge is getting broader and broader, many lanes. So it starts to be a strong relationship between the two systems what we have here. Thank you for attention. I don't want to be much longer as I originally wanted. You might see another video more focused on testing that is using this basic information, or the basis about systems what I presented here. Thank you.